Let's do an unboxing for you know what. Yes, Section 31 went on sale April 29th. Let's do it right here. We'll do it live. What's in the box? Oh, look, it's a Section 31. Now, I have had independent reports that the bonus features for this are really excellent. And if you think about it, Section 31 started with such promise, such anticipation, so many expectations, so many plans. It's interesting. Was it the shrinking? Was it the strike? Was it no, this was announced before the strikes. Was it the shrinking, evolving, rapidly changing streaming environment, right? The pressure cooker for streaming. Maybe Netflix didn't have the magic Bible. Maybe the emperor had no clothes after all. It's a 2-hour movie and over 1 hour of bonus features. Alpha Squad, which is about the cast. Stunt Squad, for better or for worse, it was Michelle Yeoh, so you had to have stunt pieces, right? Gear Squad, George Yu, and of course, a gag reel. Again, this is on sale. This was the Blu-ray or the DVD here. Oh, it is. I just realized. It is. I have a steelbook over here. At some point down the line, we'll give that away if anybody wants to admit that they would like that. Not today, but we'll announce it in the future. Again, I think the attitudes about Section 31 are going to leaven out a little bit. And I think combined with people's attitudes now about not trusting the streaming channels, not trusting the property makers when you actually like a property, but now it's not about the making and the creation. It's about just access and the distribution and people being upset, disgusted, or just very wary of the future of what's going to happen to streaming and who's going to be making the choices about what you see and where and when. And I'm looking at you, people who have the contracts for the Star Trek movies, jerking them around all over the place. People like to have some satisfaction, some security, knowing that they can get to what they want to get to in the future. And I'm just going to say this. The world still needs Section 31. The world, Star Trek world, is going to need Section 31. It was a bold, risky move. I think budget and timing were as much a limiting factor as anything. But there was money spent. The extra scenes around the bar, some of the locations. I did a second opinion. If you're not familiar with my reaction show series that we've done for the last 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 days after everybody does their hot takes, I come out with Dr. Trek's second opinion. It's here on the channel. Go check them out. And yeah, I did a second opinion for Section 31 too. So I've said it all there. I don't think any Star Trek deserves to be shunned. I think time passing and the old Star Trek pendulum and just the shifting world, which is part of the variables involved in what I call the pendulum, right? Our perspective, the world's perspective shifts the way we look at media, the way we look at Star Trek, the way we consume it. I can't wait to look at this with fresh eyes again. I know, after 2 months, but to have it around to revisit it, just the same way people revisited, if they'd never even seen it before, DS9, but in a streaming, in a binge watchable way. Totally changed the dynamic of how people perceive DS9. Even the animated series. So it's out now. Everybody's got it. Watch for the specials. Section 31. Michelle Yeoh is always a delight to watch. Something tells me if we get down the line 5 years and another bright individual thinks they have a take that would work to bring Michelle Yeoh back in some footing. Is she still in Section 31? Something tells me that Michelle Yeoh didn't carry away a bitter taste for the way this was evolved or the reaction. Because the reaction all pretty much unanimously worshipped her. At least they talked about enjoying her performance. And too bad maybe the rest of the movie let it down. But maybe over the years, we'll have a different attitude about how much of a letdown there was around her. I don't know. I know I just reviewed Section 31 or reacted to Section 31 on Second Opinion, but this release of the DVD, Blu-ray, the hard disk set has made me think even more about what Star Trek does with all of the flavors on the buffet, all the members of the family and how we treat family. And if we look at our family members differently as time goes by, anyway, maybe it happens. Maybe it happens. Really, Larry? Section 31? Really? You're going to go back there? I thought it was, on the occasion of the DVD being out, but also, as I said, having a few thoughts coming out of FanFest nights and what Paramount corporately, because FanFest didn't request people. It was like, hey, let's have an opening night thing, have a red carpet. Who can we get? And it was just interesting. It was just interesting.